Okay. I think that's right. Gross. Alright guys, to create this look, you want to start with a really good primer. The primer is going to create a nice barrier between your skin and the stuff that you're about to layer onto it. Next, you want to smooth your eyebrows with the glue stick and take a little spoolie and brush your eyebrows in the direction that your brows grow. If your brows naturally lay downward, brush them downwards. Let the glue dry for a couple seconds and set it with a translucent powder. Keep repeating these layering steps until the texture on your brows has disappeared. Next, you want to color correct your brows with something that's going to counteract the color of your natural brows. So here I'm using orange color corrector to cancel out the black. And then I'm going to proceed with my foundation. You want to get a foundation that's as close to your skin tone. And in this tutorial, I'm actually using a foundation that's really moisturizing because it won't set as quickly and I can manipulate it a little bit longer than I would be able to with a matte foundation. And if you're wondering what that is on my nose, just keep watching and I'm going to explain to you what I did. So for my nose area, I took a really sheer round band-aid like the ones that people use for warts. I cut it in half and I applied eyelash glue around the edges and I let that dry over my nostrils. Now I only covered my nostrils about 3/4 of the way down. You don't want to cover your entire nostril because that just wouldn't be good. You want to breathe. And once that dries, just cover that up with the same foundation you used for the rest of your face. And for this next step, you want to make sure that any residual foundation is wiped off from the mouth area. For this step, you want to use a sheer rectangular band-aid and apply eyelash glue around the edges. Wait about 30 seconds for the glue to get tacky and then apply it. And then you want to manipulate the edges of that band-aid to make sure it lays as flat as possible on your skin. A plastic tool comes in handy on this part because the glue does get really tacky. And then you can cover the band-aid and the edges with your foundation. Now I noticed some dark spots around the band-aid, so I'm also going to color correct with that as well. And it's really important that during this step that you use your fingers because you don't really want to mess up the foundation that you've already laid. And then you can continue to conceal the color corrector with your foundation again. Next, I'm going to use a NYX Wonder Pencil to create an optical illusion around any creases or lines that actually define my face. So I applied it around my nasal area, my eyelids, and underneath my eye. And you just want to blend that out very gently. And lastly, set it with some translucent setting powder. for this next step, you want to use a black paint to just blur out the edges of your hairline because you just don't want your hairline to be defined. And I'm also going to cover up my ears to mute out my ears. Now this step is super important. I'm using an eyelash primer just to create a sticky white base because I'm going to use a mascara fan brush and a flesh toned eyeshadow to mute out my eyelashes. And I'm also going to mute out my waterline using a beige eye pencil. And that is the completed look.